The pressure on the UK government to hand over huge swathes of cash in reparations to Caribbean nations is mounting. I think when we first saw this story saying that the Caribbean nations want money for reparations, I think most of us just laughed and thought, in your dreams. But now it seems to be getting quite serious. So next year in 2025, we are expecting Labour to face a showdown with the Caribbean nations coming. We've got a delegation to the UK planned coming with all of their demands. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Can they realistically get this cash out of us? What is happening? So we've got the 15 member states of CARICOM, that's the Caribbean community. They had set out their demands about what they wanted in a 10-point plan, but now they've decided that actually it wasn't enough. It wasn't demanding enough. So now they have updated their demands and they are as ridiculous as it gets. And look at this. David Lammy's Foreign Office staff may even have to receive the delegation for reasons of protocol, it is understood. David Lammy and his department are going to be in charge of bringing these people in, talking to them. I do not trust him at all to have a backbone. He's going to be like, yeah, we'll give you all the money, screw the pensioners who can't pay their winter fuel. We don't need to give them any money. We're just going to give all our money to the Caribbean nations, right? So various sums have been demanded between 206 billion and 19 trillion. It is insane, right? And we've also got Keir Starmer. We've been talking about what's going to happen next year, but this week, the reason why I bring this up today is because this week we have got the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Samoa. Keir Starmer is going to be there and he is expected to have to face big demands to hand over British cash for reparations there, right? Now, how much money do these people actually want? Is it something that we feasibly can give them? Well, I already showed you that they start at 206 billion or 200 billion rounded here. So 200 billion is apparently what at this meeting that we've got going on this week, I know that says next week, it is this week now, that's what they're going to be demanding. 200 billion. I mean, are they out of their minds? I mean, Rachel Reeves has been, having to make acting as if she didn't know about the 22 billion black hole, but cutting winter fuel allowance, saying we're going to have to squeeze more tax out of you, not knowing where she can trim any fat, right, to fill this supposed 22 billion black hole. We're talking about 200 billion here. Where the hell are we going to find 200 billion? But it gets worse. That's a tiny figure in comparison to the 18.8 trillion that the Brattle Group report from the University of West Indies claims that we owes them. 18.8 trillion. And oh no, it's not the lowest estimate because the UN judge, Patrick Robertson, he thinks that that is an underestimate and we owe them even more than 18.8 trillion. Where the hell are we supposed to find 18.8 trillion? I mean, make it make sense. Now, before we talk about how Keir Starmer is going to respond at this meeting this week, I want you guys to see this video because this video, I think, even if we think we owe the money but we can't pay it, let me show you why we don't owe the money. Watch this video.
Black people sold black people, white people just paid for it. My great-great-grandmother was sold by her father to another black man, who then sold her to who became her husband and had kids, not a white person in sight. Well, so while people are being stuck on, especially when I hear this dumbass thing as reparations for slavery, I'm like, dude, slavery was everywhere in the world.
Yeah. There
was slavery in the Arab world, in the Persian world, in the Greek world, in Europe. White, blonde, blue-eyed Polish people were slaves to Germans. So white, blonde, blue-eyed Germans. So what are you talking about? Like slavery is something that only black... You guys play too much respect to racism.
Yeah.
If we were all white or we were all black, we're still going to discriminate against each other.
You know what we discriminate against? Eye color.
Thank you very much.
It's human nature.
It's human nature.
Yeah.
We'll find something, oh, your ear is too big. I tell people, as long as you're a competition, you're a threat. And as long as you're a threat, somebody will try to do something to remove you. It doesn't matter if you're white or black. And on the opposite side, as long as you can add value, doesn't matter if you're black or if you're white, you will be appreciated or recognized.
I think that just sums it up perfectly as to why this is genuinely bonkers. But I think, I doubt we'll find the money to give 200 billion, but I'm starting to feel more and more confident that Keir Starmer and David Lammy, they will find some space in the public purse at the expense of our country and our pensioners who can't pay their fuel bills, and our NHS, our schools, our education, everything, right? At the expense of us, I reckon they will be handing over some sum of money to these Caribbean nations. I don't know how big, but I don't think a single penny should be going, because I think that video just shows exactly why this war on white people for slavery is so misguided. It is unbelievable. Now, Keir Starmer claims that he will not apologise for Britain's role in the slave trade at this Commonwealth heads of government meeting that we have got going on this week. But there's going to be a lot of pressure on him. We know that it's going to come up at the meeting. He claims it's not on the agenda, but I doubt he is in charge enough to stop it from coming up. He's going to be under pressure. Do we trust Keir Starmer to have the backbone to not bow to that pressure? I don't think that he's got the backbone. I think sooner or later, this government is going to be bullied into handing over cash to Caribbean nations, which I think will be a huge slap in the face to British people, okay? British people are fed up enough about they are fed up enough about immigration and huge swathes of our money being spent on people who have come to this country, many of whom illegally, those people being prioritised, British cash being prioritised for them. And if they do this as well, this will be a huge slap in the face. And you know what else is absolutely bonkers? Is they don't just want money for slavery. They are saying that we need to give reparations for our role, Britain's role, in causing the climate crisis. We owe them money for that, apparently. Okay, we know that Britain is a teeny tiny percentage of global emissions. I don't know why they're not asking China for reparations. Those are the ones who are the huge polluters at the moment. I mean, the audacity of these people to say that we owe them a ton of money for global warming and slavery. I mean, the audacity. And let's just go back really quickly before end this video to these figures here. Okay, are these figures coming out from just like really stupid, crazy lefty campaign groups who aren't important people? No. Look at the 3.9 trillion, right? That is coming from Barbados's Prime Minister saying that we owe Barbados 3.9 trillion quid. 3.9 trillion quid! How dare you have the audacity to suggest we owe you that much money for slavery? Honestly, genuinely insane. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of this woke BS. I've had enough of this war on the West and war on white people. I would like Keir Starmer and David Lammy to say this is bonkers, forget this. But David Lammy, he is all on board with handing over our cash to these people. So be worried about this, people. You may see more and more cuts to the Brits so that we can spend money on these lot. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Make sure you're subscribed to the Reasoned YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any more videos. Press the notification bell so that you know when our hot new videos come out. And we will see you soon. Bye bye.